Hello fellow cinema enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is Classic Movie Thursdays, my version of Throwback Thursdays. Today's classic movie I will be reviewing for you is Evelyn Prentice, starring my absolute favorite screen couple of all time and my favorite actress, Myrna and William Powell. This is actually a rare dramatic movie from the two of them together. Very, very much a drama, and it really is Myrna Loy's movie. This is just her time to shine as a dramatic actress. In Evelyn Prentice, they play a very wealthy couple. William Powell plays John Prentice, and Myrna Loy is the titular character. He is a defense lawyer, and he's kind of sneaky in the way he gets his clients off of whatever charges they're on. He makes a lot of money, but he's just never home. And that's starting to bother Evelyn because she sees that it's not only affecting her, John not being home, it's also affecting their daughter, who's like, oh, why isn't daddy home to tuck me in? Stuff like that. So John, at the beginning of this movie, he's defending this woman, actually played by Rosalind Russell. This is Rosalind Russell's very first film, and she falls in love with him, this woman, and she just follows him. He has a business trip up to Boston, and she's like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's she gets on the train, and she's actually nutty enough to have a watch made that says to Nancy from John, and then it gets sent back to Evelyn, and she's pissed, and she has it in her mind that she's gonna go and just talk to this guy that started flirting with her not that long ago. I forget how exactly they know each other, how exactly they met. I think she was out and he came over and just kind of started flirting with her, and she cuts it off, but he doesn't want to. He's a big player. He's apparently done the same things with other women because his girlfriend gets really pissed off at him, and she's in love with him, this guy's girlfriend, and she's really upset that he's been going around with a woman who's wealthy and has a wealthy husband. So he kind of plays it off like he's gonna get this wealthy husband to back him up in something. So to make a long story short with this summary, Evelyn kind of gets into a little trouble. She thinks that she killed this guy because he was coming after her, and she also wanted letters back that she had written to him. But as she's running out, the girlfriend comes back in and there's another shot, but the girlfriend heard her leaving. So at the trial for the girlfriend, actually Evelyn got John to defend the girlfriend because she felt guilty. She's like, oh, I killed him, it's not this girl's fault. That's what she was thinking. And then at trial, John gets the guy's diary, and he sees Evelyn's name is in this diary. So Evelyn can't take it anymore. She bursts out in the trial. She's like, I did it, I killed him. But eventually you find out that it's a different story, and actually the girlfriend isn't guilty of anything either. So, and this being an MGM movie, being a 1930s movie, the ending's gonna be happy. John forgives Evelyn for what she did, kind of going off and talking to this other man, and keeping their meetings together, and the fact that she thinks she killed this guy. The first time I ever watched Evelyn Prentice was a few years ago, and I really liked it. I still like it, but I don't like it as much as I did the first time. I'm not saying it's a terrible movie, but I see that it's definitely not the best of William Powell and Myrna Loy's films together. But it is, as I said, it is Myrna Loy's film. She was a very good dramatic actress. So was William Powell. He's a great dramatic actor. They were both immense actors with these great talents, and they actually got to stretch it. You're so used to seeing them in The Thin Man, or their first movie together was actually Manhattan Melodrama, which is, big shock, a drama. But to have them go from Manhattan Melodrama to The Thin Man to Evelyn Prentice, because this was their third of 14 movies that they made together, it's kind of weird. You want them to be Nick and Nora, and here they were Evelyn and John, and they were going through something like really heavy and really like guilt-ridden. Very, very good on their parts. The story is, you know, it's a women's story. It's mushy, it's dramatic, it's okay. It's not the greatest story, but I think if it had been lesser actors in the roles of John and Evelyn, I think the movie totally would have just tanked otherwise, and I don't think it would have been even a blip on, you know, the old Hollywood radar anymore. I have to give a shout to Una Merkel in this movie. I think she is hilarious. I love anything that she's in because she's always like the really good sidekick characters, and in this she's kind of weird. She goes on and off like speaking French and things like that, but I liked seeing Una Merkel and Myrna together in scenes, and even William Powell, they were in a couple of scenes together. It was really good. And I have to mention one scene that I did like, and I even like my second time watching this was like, ooh, that's rough. Evelyn says to John, you spend all your time with thieves and like burglars or whatever. She says 3 things, and I know thieves is one of them, or thieves, liars, and something else. So then he points to her brooch that she has on her dress, her bracelet, and her earrings, and says thieves, liars, and whatever the other one was. I was like, oh, that's kind of like a slap in the face to Evelyn, but it was also kind of genius because it's like, hey, without me representing the kind of low forms of society or the like upper lower people of society, she wouldn't have all this, you know, the jewelry and the house and everything that they have. So I like that scene. I still like it. I still think it's a very, very good scene. So that was my review / ramble of Evelyn Prentice, starring my favorite on-screen couple ever, William Powell and Myrna. If you like this review / ramble, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below if you have seen Evelyn Prentice. Even if you haven't and you're just a big, huge, gigantic William Powell and Myrna fan or nerd, whatever, let's discuss them. Let's discuss the movie. Anything you want about William Powell and Myrna, leave them there. Also in the comments, if you have any suggestions of what I should watch next, be them classic movies or newer, leave them there. And if I pick your movie and I review it, I'll give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Classic Movie Thursdays and other Let's Get Reelz movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, you keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.